Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp as we once again have a look at some of the games coming out for the Switch in this upcoming week. In terms of dates, we'll be going from the 27th of May up until the 2nd of June, but first we'll have a look at any games that released without being in one of these videos for whatever reason, and then we'll move on to the week at hand. So which games are coming out for the Switch this week? Well, let's find out. We'll begin by looking at a couple of games that are about to release from the sponsor of today's video, Cubic Games. First they have Johnny Trigger. This is a series of short but action intense platforming levels as you look to take out all enemies and defeat the Mafia. You can activate Johnny's time shift capabilities to make each bullet count, and there are collectibles to find as you go. The regular prices are currently on your screen, but you can get 20% off of this at launch, which is the 26th of May, but this discount can raise to 60% if you own one of Cubic Games' other releases, and in North America, owning the free-to-play game Trove will also see you qualify for this discount. Johnny Trigger has another adventure lined up in early June in Johnny Trigger Sniper, and that is available for pre-order. The other Cubic game to release on the 26th though is Mystical Mixing. This is a simulation game based around alchemy where you'll be creating your own magical pets called mixes by throwing ingredients into your cauldron. You can repair magical portals in order to visit new places, gather new ingredients and create even more mixes, and this has the same discounts available, 20% at launch rising to 60% for those that own a previous Cubic Games title or Trove in North America. For full details, please visit Cubic Games' website, link is in the description. So a quick look at a couple of games that are already out then, and the first is Chasm: The Rift. This is a first-person shooter which first released for MS-DOS back in 1997, and you'll play as a commando looking to stop the attack of the Time Strikers, mutant beings hell-bent on taking over Earth. It has enhanced graphics and improved sound design, and you'll be using an array of weapons including the blade gun, which enables you to rip the limbs right off of the hordes of attacking monsters. This costs £17.99 or your regional equivalent. And the other game for those already out then is Chronicles of Two Heroes: Amaterasu's Wrath. This describes itself as an intense action platformer set in feudal Japan where you can switch between two characters, each with their own abilities. One favours close combat, whereas the other is more agile and prefers ranged attacks. You'll need to use both, combining their skills to overcome the platforming sections and defeat the bosses on your way. This one costs £17.99. Let's move on to the games coming out this week, and the first is the Tartarus Key. This sees you needing to escape a mansion where all is not as it seems, and it's inspired by classic adventure games. Protagonist Alex wakes up in a strange mansion where all of the doors are locked by bizarre puzzles and traps, and cameras are following her every move. You'll meet other captives as you go, and you will need to try to rescue them and escape yourself, or you could fail and leave them to a grisly fate. There are different endings, and it takes inspiration from both classic horror and escape room games. This is out on the 31st and it will cost £16.75 or your regional equivalent. Then we have LASERPITIUM, a side-scrolling 2D shoot-'em-up. You'll take control of one of 3 ships as part of a resistance fighting against the unfair governance befalling the galaxy. Each ship has a unique style, and there are 10 stages to shoot your way through, each ending with a massive boss fight in classic shoot-'em-up fashion. There are both classic and full campaign modes, and you can play in both solo or 2-player co-op. This one releases on the 31st and it's going to cost £13.49. The next release is Undead Horde 2 Necropolis, which is an action game with elements of RPG, strategy and hack and slash. After your home of Necropolis is attacked, you must become a necromancer and raise undead warriors from the remains of your enemies. With each victory, your army will grow stronger and your city will become more powerful, allowing you to take on even tougher challenges. There are over 100 units to command with new talents, upgrades and powers to unlock, and you yourself will also level up as you become stronger. The animation style for the characters is interesting, for want of a better word, but I do like the premise, I must say. It will cost £15.29 or your regional equivalent.
Its glory, and our Horde will grow stronger, and the Horde will reach out even to the farthest kingdoms. Our city, the Necropolis, will be more powerful.
Next is Killer Frequency, which comes via Team 17. This calls itself a comedy horror which is played via a first person perspective. It's set in 1987 and you play as a late night radio talk show host, Forrest Nash, who must solve puzzles to save callers from being hunted down by a mysterious killer. There is real-time decision making with branching dialogue paths available as you interact with the eccentric locals, both potential victims and suspects. It has a fully voiced cast and an original soundtrack of 80s inspired tunes, and I do really like the sound of this. Maybe I would have preferred it if it was straight horror for my personal tastes, but if it can tap into that classic 80s comedy horror vibe from films like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, then it could really work well. It will cost £20.99 and it's out on the 1st of June.
I need someone here now or I'm gonna die.
Call Jericho.
How the hell did I get into this mess?
Hey Big Shot, hit the button and take the call.
Following on from that is Boxville, which is an adventure puzzle game about cans living in the city of boxes. The blurb explains that the game was designed to be almost a hybrid of game and animated film that you can watch as you play. There are environmental quests and logical puzzles to solve to help the protagonist Blue Can help his best friend lost in an earthquake. There are no words in the game, all characters communicate via cartoon-like speech bubbles, and all characters and backgrounds have been hand-drawn. It will sell for £8.99 when it releases on the 1st, and there is also a demo to try first should you wish. The penultimate game for the week is Etrian Odyssey Origins Collection. This includes remastered versions of the first 3 games in the series, which are RPGs where you play through the dungeon sections in a first person view, mapping out your journey as you go in that classic RPG style. You'll be having to survive the ordeal of a vast labyrinthian forest in part 1, journey into a floating castle in part 2, and searching an oceanic paradise in part 3 looking for a rumoured drowned city. Now I think I'm right in saying that these all released for the Nintendo DS, but I'm fairly sure they also received remakes for the 3DS as they were games I always wanted to pick up but just never got around to doing so. The graphics have been remastered, as has the sound, and quality of life features such as difficulty selection and save states are now present. This bundle costs £71.99 or your regional equivalent, so it is pretty expensive, but you can purchase the games separately should you prefer, and they'll cost around £36 each. And finally for the week we have Super Mega Baseball 4. This is not a series I'm familiar with, I must say, but the blurb says that the series' signature combination of arcade-inspired style and immersive gameplay returns, and that there are more than 200 larger-than-life versions of fan-favourite former pros included. There has been an upgrade to visuals for this entry, and it goes on to say that fan feedback has been considered and a host of new features included off the back of this, such as an expanded trait system, team chemistry, shuffle draft, and 6 new stadiums. There is cross-platform multiplayer which has been expanded to include cross-generation matchmaking, which is a nice touch, and this applies to both pennant race and online leagues. It's selling for a pretty hefty £54.99, and this is only the standard edition. There's a ballpark edition that's another £5 on top, but to those interested it's out on the 2nd. So there you have it, another week of Nintendo Switch releases. Do any of these games interest you? Will you be picking any of them up? Please do let us know in the comment section below. Another thank you to Cubic Games for sponsoring this video and for their sponsorship during this last month. Don't forget you can find full details of their new releases on their website, link is in the description. Also, if you are looking for eShop credit to pick up these games or any other for that matter, don't forget you can purchase your eShop cards via our website, SwitchUp.gg. You can also buy download codes for games directly from there too. Doing so will earn you SwitchUp tokens that will accumulate over time, and you can then redeem against future purchases, obviously saving yourself a bit of money, and you still get your Nintendo coins when you download the game or card onto the eShop itself. There's also a link down there to PlayAsia. If you're looking to import any games, use the link, use the code stated, and you can get yourself 5% off of your order. I think I'm going to use this to pick up that Etrian Odyssey collection, which I do believe at this moment in time is only available in Asian regions. A quick thank you to our patrons and our channel members for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.